where this was actually causing a problem. So the question is whether we are stripping user-initiated requests. Is this the right thing to do? Shouldn't we accept it like request policy is doing? I think that's your question. What's our experience there? Actually, we were quite confronted in a certain sense that when we were stripping the credentials and the cookies from requests that were user-initiated, actually it worked pretty well. So most of the websites don't have problems. The websites we were actually identifying problems with were, for example, you were sharing on Facebook. You would have to log in on Facebook again. So that would be the effect. You would have to log in again. But you could identify with server policies which of the server-side requests are actually already protected. So we actually included exceptions for this behavior, specifically for sharing on Twitter and Facebook, because we actually were checking those requests. They were having a server-side countermeasures against cross-site request forgery, and in that sense, it was safe to open up that and as a server policy. So we identified some of those. The other class of domains we identified this was one domain spanning multiple top-level domains, like Google. That was another class that was identified in processing the different reports of the students. And we also saw that one server using OpenID was actually having problems by sharing information via cookies. Why are single sign-on solutions working pretty well even in this context? Because most of the information is actually shared by the URL parameters and not by cookies, because the same origin policy is already providing some kind of boundary between the different domains. But indeed, it looks a little bit strange that we can strip user-initiated requests, but it works out that it's actually working pretty well, because typically for most of the requests, you only need to have the request sent out, and you don't need additional implicit authentication that is attached to images to top-level domains. Other questions? Yes?
On that, the server side, website itself, it's able to see if CsFire exists.
Probably you will be able to scan whether CsFire is installed. I'm even not sure if it's part of the string that you have of your browser. But you could check, for example, if you're setting cookies, going to another domain and redirecting to your original domain, seeing where the cookie is set. So you have technical ways of detecting whether CsFire is in place. I think that's for sure. Okay, then I think we can stop here and we can go to the coffee break. Thank you for your attention.